I literally just filmed this video and the whole thing was blurry, so that's great. So I'm starting again. But I want to talk about the fear of death. And I put quotation marks around fear because in theory there's nothing to be afraid of, right? Like, it's inevitable. It's all going to happen to us. There's nothing we can do about it. But for me personally, that still doesn't eliminate the unease or like the unknown factor of it all. Like, I think about this stuff all the time, and I don't know if that's like a normal thing for a 22-year-old male to do. But yeah, I think about this sort of thing a lot. And I wonder if I went into the minds of every other 22-year-old, they'd be thinking about stuff like this as well. Because I never know. I feel like I'm the only one thinking about this sort of thing. But yeah, I think the whole idea for me, the whole fear kind of stems around the fact that I don't want to leave this place. I don't want to die before I've done the things I've wanted to do, right? So it's not really the fear. It's not really the fear of dying itself. It's more of the fact that there's so much to do and I haven't done a lot, and so I really want to like do things before I die because I only get one chance, you know. Like, so can we just like delay it a little bit so I can do some things? That's where it all stems from for me. I was thinking about this thing, been thinking about this idea, like, if someone came to you and offered you the chance for you to know the exact age that you're going to die, would you take it? And I thought to myself, I would pay so much money for someone to tell me the exact age I'm going to die. I'd pay so much money, hear me out. This might sound weird, but hear me out. If you knew the exact age you're going to die, let's say I'm 22, so let's say I get some bad fucking news and it says, right, 30, there's the age. At first you're going to think, shit, that is not good. Like, that's the first thought, right? But then the second thought is, right, but now I know it was gonna be 30 anyway. That was gonna be the age regardless of if I knew or not. Okay, so the fact that I now know gives me these certain years of 8 years, certain 8 years where I can just have as much fun as possible. I'd literally stop doing everything right now, drop everything, and just book a flight. That's the first thing I would do, just to somewhere, because you know that you've got these 8 years guaranteed, and you can just cram so much into them. I think that'd be fucking amazing. I mean, I would even think, this is gonna sound crazy, I would even maybe rather know that I'm gonna die at 30 than not know when I'm gonna die and die at 80. Does that make sense? I'd rather know I'm gonna die at 30 and have 8 years to have the best time than not know and die at 70. That sounds crazy, but that's kind of where my brain is. Let me know if you agree with that or not, because I don't see how you can get past that logic. Like, yes, you only have 8 years, but you can make, so you know that you've got those years, and you know that you can make them the best years possible. You wouldn't have to do, well, you would have to kind of work, I guess, a little bit. I don't know, it's kind of interesting, but yeah, let me know what you think about that thought. And going back to the fear of death in itself, I get that there's nothing you can do. Like, that's the classic comeback. So when you talk about this with someone and someone just doesn't really think about this sort of thing, they'll just brush you off and say, well, there's nothing you can do about it. And it's like, yeah, there's nothing I can do. Great, I didn't know that, mate, thanks. But that doesn't stop the fact that there's so much unknown. Like, what actually happens? No one will ever know what actually happens until we get there. And I guess it's like, I guess you just have to like shift your mindset to a more, I guess it's just a mindset shift from the people who think about this sort of thing and people who don't. It's like, you just gotta get your mind around it. It's interesting. I feel like I should be having these thoughts much later on in life, but not right now at 22 years old. But that's just how my mind works. I feel like my mind, I'll tell you what, yeah, I don't know what the stat is. It's like, you have 100,000, you have 50,000 thoughts a day or something. Yeah, that's not true for me. I have about 100,000 at least thoughts a day. I probably have double the amount of thoughts of the average person. And sometimes it's a blessing, sometimes it's a curse. Most of the times I guess it's a curse. But yeah, that's what I think about all these sorts of things. I'm thinking about all of life's big questions at the age of 22. But yeah, if you're similar to me, then you can leave a comment. I want to find my people who love having deep conversations, because that's what this channel is about. I made this channel, and this is the first video on this channel. I made this channel because I want to have deep conversations. I'm done with surface level conversations. That's the whole slogan around it. No surface level conversations. And I felt like that would be good on the back of a hoodie. But yeah, I don't like having these surface level get to know you chats. Like, come on, I'm done with that. Let's talk about life. Let's just talk about the deep stuff. And that's what this channel's about. So if that sounds interesting, then you should probably subscribe, because I'm going to be talking more about this sort of thing, and you don't want to miss it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this little video. Let me know if you have this fear. I'm putting it in quotation marks because it's not really a fear. Like, I'm not really afraid of it, because I know it's going to happen, but I do have these thoughts. Let me know if you're the same. Put it in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.